Hi, I'm currently working on a series of 6 paintings, and most of them are larger than this one. And I'm finding nowadays that I find the bigger paintings a whole lot easier than the smaller paintings. So as I predicted, this one is causing me problems. I like the colours in it, and it's got some really nice textural elements in it as well. And there's lots of lines and then there's shapes as well. That's what I like in it. It doesn't have a strong design. It feels a little bit like wallpaper to me in that it's kind of the same all over. So I'm looking to try and create some more differences in this. I want it to have a bit more energy, and at the moment it doesn't have it. So what I have to do is I have to get really brave, and I have to make some really drastic big moves on this one. I have to change it quite considerably. This is a point that lots of people struggle with, even after doing lots of painting and having a process that I trust. I get to this point and I have to sort of talk myself up to be able to make the changes in this. I know that I have to make them, so that isn't an issue. It's not whether I make the changes or not, or what do I do. I've got a fair idea of what I think I'll do. But it's a bit like taking a deep breath and jumping into a little bit of a cold pool. I still have to steel myself for it. I suppose there's a bit of fear in that it might not work. However, I've got a painting that is a problem, and so if I have a painting that is still a problem, nothing really has changed. So I don't have that much to lose, to be honest. The other thing that I tell myself in situations like this is that I have got lots of areas in here that I really like, and even if I lose them, I created them. So I will be able to make areas that I like again in this, and this is where a bit of self-belief comes in. I believe that I will be able to do that and probably create something that's nicer and it has a bit more, well, it has to be, because otherwise it won't be finished. It has to have something that engages me a bit more and doesn't make me feel quite so flat when I look at it. Ultimately, it just comes down to believing that you're going to make it better and deciding that you're going to make it better, because I'm not walking away from it until I've made it better. So, and that might not be today, that might be tomorrow or the next day or whatever, but I'll hang in the process until it's better. So it's only going to get better in that case. It isn't having a painting that doesn't work. It's not going to be an option because I will make it better. And then the other thing is that when you add paint, you add richness, you add surface, you add lumps and bumps, you add history, and all that is stuff that I love to see in a painting. So just by adding paint, even if it's the wrong colour, doesn't solve the initial problems, adding the paint will add to the history and add to the surface, and in the end I'll have a much richer, lovelier painting. Times in the past when I've been in a similar situation with paintings that have been difficult, and I know that once I got them through that difficult thing, I had a painting that actually they sort of become your favourites in a way, because you've gone on a longer journey with them. When you finally get to the finish line, the sense of accomplishment is perhaps a lot more. All right, well, I'm going to get started on this, and I'll update you as I go. So that's what I've done so far. I've established strong lights and the blues and everything else there are the darks. So I've now got some design going on. And now I am a lot happier with this. It doesn't feel like wallpaper anymore. It feels like it's going to have an impact from a distance. I'm much happier with that now. I'll still make a few changes with the design. I think I might actually take this corner here out. I'm really liking this curve here because there's nothing else really like it in the thing. And I'm just now going to try and bring a little bit more variation and some nice mark making and things into that light area so that that has a nice surface to look at too. I'll be using pencils and I'll be scratching, and I'll be making it have more variety. So we've got differences in terms of shape, big shapes, small shapes, lines, different types of shapes, and now I'm going to try and get some differences in terms of the type of marks that are on the surface. The light areas, I've kind of roughed them up a bit, and I've kind of integrated them more with the darker areas so that it's not looking quite so flat white and then all the action happening in the blue areas. Putting on the big girl pants and making some big moves on this painting has improved it a lot. So yeah, I hope that's been helpful. And if you have a painting that is a problem, then it's probably in time for a big move. It usually makes a big difference, one way or the other. Okay, I hope that's been helpful.